Yo, can you guys hear me? Yo, what up? Alrighty, that's good. Time to transition over into Alrighty. Yo, what's poppin', guys? Yeah, sorry, I'm still alive, believe it or not. I know I haven't posted anything in a long time, but I thought just to let you know that this is like kind of like a stream, like, hey, I'm still around, but and I'm working on shit, so. So if any guys have any question that you want to throw my way, go ahead. Why is like the first questions that I'm seeing in the chat about how good somebody is? Like, I mean, if you're really gonna ask me what qualifies as a good debater, then you can make that judgment for yourself. But I personally don't like talking about whether or not somebody is bad or particularly good, because then that can lead into drama. Okay. Gojo versus Gogeta versus Pikachu 1. I'm trying to contact with my my animator currently to see what's going on with his side of the project. But just know that it's not coming until after I get my tiering system video out and my dimensional tiering video out, which the scripts are still in the works. And I'm also planning on asking you guys some questions about what you guys expect from these videos. Have you seen the Otherworld skin of the being the highest levels of meta? Oh my god. The 5D shit. Okay. So, that's my thing. So, I do plan on just having a whole video dedicated to at least the Dragon Ball Super side of things in terms of the speed scaling, right? But I'm debating on whether or not I want to talk about the 5D shit. I might actually do that, but depends. Here, 1 second. Alright. How long will the fight animation be? Around 5 minutes, actually. For Goku versus, not Goku, fucking Godzilla versus Pikachu. Yeah. He said he's trying to put his all into the animation to make it look really fun, so even, like, despite who the winner's gonna be, you're gonna love this fight. Pretty much become a passion project at this point, so. Sorry. What I'm doing right now is the whole I'm advertising this shit to my my Discord right now. Which if any of y'all have not joined my Discord, you should. Okay. We ever cover the different types of infinity? I just agree with set theory in that their infinity is bigger than others. I don't know about there being particular names for sets of infinity. Well, like there's obviously like Aleph Null, right, which is I talked about is the lowest level of infinity, right? But okay. Do I scale comics? Yeah, and I feel like at some point in the future I will be talking more about comics, so. Yeah. But let's see, who was the guy who asked about the different levels of video? KB313. Parrot does at some like webcam Parrot. I've been talking to him and he's said he's thinking about doing a video on just infinity in general. Because it seems like a lot of people just do not understand infinity nowadays. Just like the overall idea and how to apply that, especially to power scaling. God damn it, Nate. I'm not freaking doing a... You know, Noodles and Naya tried to, like, figure out a fucking cosmology for Naruto, and it's absolute garbage. It's, like, all over the place. It's kind of... I don't know how you would be able to do that in a video format. Okay. So I have a couple of videos that I haven't, like... as like ideas in waiting, but obviously you have the tiering system and the dimensional tiering video like I still have to do, right? And it's one of the most anticipated videos on my channel, and everybody asks for it. So I realize that's obviously the video that the videos I want to get out now. But the problem is like the scripting for it is very weird. Considering I don't want to make it boring and sound like I'm repeating, like, similar phrases throughout the video, right? Where I just say, oh, this tier is generally doing this and, like, exerting X amount of joules. So, if anyone has, like, any, like, if anyone in the chat has, like, some recommendations that they would be expecting from a video like this, especially when it comes to lower tiers, because that's the hardest part in terms of writing the video, is talking about the lower tiers. So if anyone has any recommendations for that, then go ahead and talk about it. And God, I'm quote unquote ducking your questions because I already said like earlier in the stream that I don't like talking about whether or not people are good or not. In terms of, like, debating. So if you're going to ask me who's going to be who, I generally don't like answering those types of questions. Because it really ultimately comes down to who do you think... Like, if you're in a... like, I'll tell you who, like, is probably just, like, if you're talking about... Let's see. Like, I don't know anything about business email. I don't know anything about Aurodoro. Like, I know those... I've heard their names before. And I'm aware of their reputation, but I literally don't know anything about them. God Tongue is good, I guess. Alright. I'll just be vague. I'm gonna be vague. Honcho is... oh boy. He's notoriously known for being bad. And his whole server is like an echo chamber. He literally hides in the realms of Instagram in his private Discord server. And one of my buddies of mine has, like, beaten him multiple times. But he still claims to beat... Like, Bahancho still claims he's better than him for some reason. Gamer reactions? I don't plan on making a TikTok. Because then that involves having to deal with idiots on TikTok. And I just don't know if I want to involve myself in that kind of drama. Is Kuros or Ice... Kuros good? I don't know. I haven't talked to Carlos or Ista in so long. I haven't seen the guy debate either, so I can't really say. I think I already talked about this in like Noodles' Discord server. Let me go read off what I say in there, just so that all of you know as well. Cause here's okay. Actually, I'm not just gonna read this off. I just glance back at what I said. So, the thing is, when it comes to like the debate community, it's mainly people would mainly judge off of who you've beaten. Alright. That's how the debating community ranks you in terms of how good you are. If you beat this guy, then you are good. Alright? But it's like, that's not how I view being a good debater. I don't care about, like, rhetoric or whether or not someone sounds convincing or not. Like, I care about the arguments that people make and what they're well known for. Like, say, like, for instance, say if, like, someone like Noodles, I will say that, again, Noodles isn't the one that pioneered the whole, like, he isn't the one that created the Kakuzu arguments, right? But, like, him and Parrot are the ones that, like, mainly Parrot being the one that, like, helped push forward and pioneer the Kakuzu scaling that everybody knows about, right? And whether or not you agree or disagree that Pain, like, loses or beats Kakuzu, you can't admit that there's now a debate now. Like, people are now debating that topic. It's becoming, like, people think it's now, like, either it's close or either one shots the other. Right? And it's like, when you create that much discourse, then I think that's a good thing. Unless it's, like, something like the Gwenpool shit, which is honestly just, if you are unaware of how to power scale yourself, then you don't know how to counter that argument, right? That's why I made the video, so then people don't get fooled by that argument again. That's again, like, yeah, sounding facts below, like, sounding convincing below facts, exactly. Like, I care about what, I don't care about debating Azazel. I really don't. And again, from the last time I heard, he doesn't really care about defending that position anyway. The other thing too is like, especially when it comes to people like especially people I don't hear about. It's like, okay, then how good are they? And it's like, oh, well, they beat this guy. It's like, okay, but on what? What was the topic and what arguments did they make? Like, I don't care whether or not so and so beat so and so. I don't think beating the person is the like end all be all. I care about what arguments they make and what arguments they lost to. Like, if they actually brought rhetoric wins debates, though, a lot of the time, yeah, because most people are idiots. Most people don't know how to debate or power scale, so when you have rhetoric, you're able to convince the other person that you're winning, and just make, like, total rat arguments, right? Just because you are able to convince people that you won, doesn't mean that you're a good debater. That just means that just means that you have become a politician. That's literally how it is. People are... that's what irks me, is that the current community is trying to push forward to argue like a politician. To say what people want to hear. Right? And it's like, if you're trying to ultimately convince people that you've won overall, then obviously, I don't care about debating Arrow. Goddamn. I don't care about, I already told you, I don't care about debating any of these people. Because ultimately, these guys don't care about truth-seeking at all. That's my whole issue as well. I don't care what they're doing. Like, ultimately, if I debate these people, what do I get out of it? Like, what do I get out of beating these guys? Oh, I've beaten this guy on the topic. Now what? All it does is get me clout on Discord, and I don't care about Discord clout. I only care about, like, pushing, like, improving my own arguments and improving myself. I don't care about just proving people wrong. If I'm gonna, say, debate somebody, it'd be because we have an actual disagreement and they're willing to have a conversation, we can come to a consensus. I don't care about getting the W in the end. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. It's like beating a bunch of spurgs that don't know anything doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm not just gonna go around saying I've beaten, like, 100 people in a call or something, or I've beaten all these people on, like, Coxswain versus Payne, for instance. It's like, I don't ultimately care about that. That doesn't get me anywhere. Like, I want people to judge... people should be judging you based off of what you say and what arguments you make. Not whether or not you sound convincing or how many people you've beaten. Right? Let's see. Could you power scale Naruto? I'm actually... Here's the thing. I actually plan on making a Naruto video soon. And it's like a Naruto what if. Actually. And it's something that, like, I'm surprised that nobody has really kind of gotten into. Let's see. Let's see. What anime y'all watching currently? I'm not watching it. I mean, the only ones I just recently gone through all of Chainsaw Man. And that shit's fire. That shit's heat. You all should read Chainsaw Man. Okay? Y'all should get into Chainsaw Man. That shit is good. Naruto versus Yuha? Which Naruto? That's literally any topic. Like, when it comes to, like Naruto versus Sasuke, it's like, okay, which Naruto, which Sasuke? Like, you kind of need to be more specific when it comes to that kind of stuff. Favorite fictional verse? I mean, currently... I mean, I like Chainsaw Man a lot. I especially liked it after I first read it. But I really like Naruto. Can't wait to watch Chainsaw Man. But should I watch the anime or read the manga? Honestly, the anime is going to be really good from what it seems like. And I'm glad that they're actually giving the animators, at least that we've seen, that, like, the animators are giving enough time to actually do their shit and, like, animate some cool shit. So, like, the trailer looks fucking phenomenal. Honestly, the manga is really good, and I do recommend you read the manga. Depends on whether or not you're just an anime watcher. But I do highly recommend the manga. Fucking Hashi in chat. What am I ignoring, Hashi? All I've been seeing is if you say that Umineko is the strongest anime. Okay, so it's funny that you mentioned that, Louise, or however you pronounce your name. That's why I don't often like debating people just for the sake of debating, because ultimately I don't think that proves anything, especially in, like, a fictional debating sense, because now it's like, okay, well, name a character, and just like, and I'll debate against it. And it's like, okay, now it's whether or not your character is stronger than that character, right? Because ultimately, even if you are just hot garbage, if you just know what arguments to make, then you should be fine. Right? And ultimately, I don't think that that really proves you're debating, unless you're actually debating a topic that you and somebody else actually disagree with. It's like, what if, like, I, like, debate somebody on, like, say I'm using, like, some fodder character, like, say if I'm using, like, Kid Naruto, and then someone's like, okay, I'm going to be using Superman. Like, where's the fairness in that? Like, even if I know how to argue and power scale, if he just knows what arguments to make, then he should win. And that's why ultimately I don't debate for the sake of debating. I debate to try to find the truth on whether or not who beats who. How do you make good arguments? I mean, that's a bit subjective. Well, I mean, almost everything is subjective. How do you make arguments? Learn how to power scale first, and also try to use context to help you better understand feats. It ultimately takes you a while. Not everybody's going to get it right off the bat, but really I'm really thinking about making a video about just how important context is, and that's probably what that's probably going to be a spoiler for my Dragon Ball speed scaling video. Is that ultimately that context is like super important when scaling versus. Don't scale Umineko. I have no plans on scaling Umineko. Sometimes people want to debate for fun, and I'm not harping on those people, but I just don't agree. I just don't align myself with that, and I don't understand it. Like, I don't really find a lot of fun in debating. Unless it's like with somebody that I know is willing to like come to consensus on certain topics. Like, I like talking about certain things, and even if I have a disagreement with somebody, then sure, I might enjoy the conversation that we're having in the discussion. But I don't just go into debating people just because I like to debate people. No, I usually don't like debating for fun or for competition. I tried doing that, and I thought that's what I wanted, but ultimately in the end, I just found that's never going to get me anywhere. Like, it doesn't benefit me in any way. Like, I don't even find any enjoyment out of it. Like, the only real reason why I feel like I would want to do something like that, and like to debate other people, is for clout, or just for my, like, to build my reputation as like a good debater. But ultimately, I figured out that that doesn't help me, like, at all in progressing as a, like, as a debater, or even, like, improving myself. So I just finished, let's see. I feel like most people just want clout or ego to debate at first, and then you regress in other ways. Well, I'm not saying that you can't progress. I just don't find any way into progressing like that. I find progression in talking to people that actually want to come to a consensus and are ultimately trying to truth seek. Hashi, why are you asking me these questions? Peter with Pankrista versus Goku. I mean, ultimately, I think Ominoko is the widely considered strongest verse. But honestly, I don't think most people know how to truth seek Parrot versus Trini. Why? What do you mean by truth seek these two? Like Parrot wants to truth seek. I don't know about Trini. I've only talked to Trini one time. And I don't really have enough to really gauge what he's like as a person based off of that one conversation. He's a nice person to talk to. But, your YouTube catchphrase should be, "Hey guys, it's Surf and I'm about to bone ya." No, my god, that's cringe. God damn it, Grim. Daryl, I don't believe in the boundless tier. I don't use VSB, and I don't agree with 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 the existence of there being a boundless tier. It's fucking stupid, and it's ultimately why is boundless bad? There's so many reasons I can get into, but like ultimately the term boundless for the tier is ultimately misleading because it's not actually characters that are that have no limitations whatsoever. I'm literally getting into that, Daryl. The reason why boundless is bad is because especially the term is very misleading, right? Especially all the characters that are in that tier are not truly they have no limitations or anything, right? That's what that term should mean. But if you go to VSB, they ultimately do not their definition does not say that whatsoever. It's just being beyond high universal. And that just opens a whole can of worms with their whole what defines high universal. Go to character stats and profiles. Outerversal means you're infinitely above outerversal. No. No. That's how VSB tends to word it. I don't use that shit at all. And it's I don't disagree. It's me and the people over at Character Stats. It's not we don't disagree that we're open-minded to the idea of there being a tier beyond high universal, but one, we don't agree that it should be called boundless, and we haven't seen enough justification for there to be a boundless tier. Yeah, we definitely broke Hashi. Why do people claim that certain characters are boundless? Because they go off of VSB. But they don't know but the only reasons they go off of VSB is because they don't know any other system that's better. And that's what most people use. But again, most people don't know why VSB's definitions are bad and contradictory and bad. I think I said bad twice, damn. Should we call it tier 0? That just seems like a weird tier 0. I mean, ultimately, I guess that would be the tier, but what would you call the tier? Just as a name. Well, it's not just as the name. The name ultimately doesn't matter. You kind of need to justify why that tier should exist and what characters would fall in said tier. Well, Daryl, that's going to be in one of my next videos. In the tiering system video. I plan to explain what high universal means. But if you want to just go figure that out, then call it Mega Outer. Oh my god. No, I think the only name that we found that that would be okay to use is Complex Outer. But again, there's not enough justification for why there should be a tier like that, and what characters would qualify to be in that tier. If we can't use the term if we can't use boundless, what term should we use? I'm saying that you shouldn't have a tier 0 at all. I don't know any good justification for why there should be a tier 0. Boundless sounds cool, though. I won't argue with you there. But it's ultimately misleading. The creator? Who are you talking about this, the creator? And by the way, author level, there's no such thing as an author tier. That's... Author inserts are most of the, like, depends on the verse, but author inserts are not, like, automatically powerful. Depends on what they do. Just like any other character. It's like with gag characters. It depends on what they do. Just them having the title of gag character or author insert character doesn't mean they're ultimately that powerful. I'm saying, AJ Morningstar, I'm saying that we shouldn't, like, again, I don't use versus battles as a tiering system. And I'm saying that there shouldn't be a boundless tier. The presence is omnipotent and Lucifer's nigh omnipotent. Stop! Yo, Hashi. So I'm trying to think in the chat, since you're in the chat. Because we already talked about reviewing that one wiki, right? Just kind of just going over, make fun of it. I think it's like the Omniversal Battlefield, right? Boundless tier is the W tier as long as people know the definition. But I don't think you understand the definition to boundless tier at all. It doesn't even describe boundless. Neo's gonna be happy. Powerlifting fandom? Oh no. I can find a link in my search history in between my hundreds of for obscure Warhammer rulebooks. I think you've sent it to me before. How is what contradictory? Yeah, and Daryl, I plan on making a I wonder. Thing is, I want to make a video on why we don't use versus battles tiering system. But ultimately it's just better for you to I guess I'm trying to think of whether or not I should just make it a video or make it a stream. Oh, okay, you were talking to somebody else. My bad. You don't think 40 is time, so what is it? I don't think by default that the fourth dimension is time. I think time exists throughout all dimensions. I think 4D is just another extra dimension of space. Is Omniversal Battlefield accurate? I was just talking about that we were thinking about making fun of it in another stream, so... Use character stats and profiles. I'll literally link it real quick. So if anyone... That is the tiering system that I use. And if you want to talk to the character stats admin, then they should have a link to their Discord on their shit. VSB is definitely not better. Okay, I just wanted to point out the time shit, okay? But I do plan on making a whole I'm making a dimensional tiering video where I talk about time and I talk about dimensions and all that fun jazz. I'm not gonna really go into much depth here because I'll be exploiting a lot of what I'll say in that video. So save your questions about that when it comes to that video. That is true. There are some of the character stats admin that are also in my server as well. So, and if you want, I can also answer a lot of your questions if you join my server. Is that the wiki that you recommend using? Yes. Not Ultima. What do you think about Jar? He's a nice guy. He helped, like, him and Noodles have worked on that Ized versus Madara video. Yeah, I'm also a character stats admin. Are there any characters that possess complete omnipotence? No. And omnipotence in fiction is like true, like if you're referring to like anyone being truly boundless, I don't think that like there's a character that exists in fiction that you can demonstratively prove has it. Nor do I think you could create a character that would be that powerful. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for another 20 minutes, then I'm gonna head off. I just kind of wanted to make this little stream just to kind of let you know that I am here. I am finally, like, I don't have a lot of real life shit going on at the moment, so I have a lot more time to dedicate to videos. But also that I'm working on scripts right now that are probably the most difficult and weirdest scripts to write at the moment. So it's taking me some time. But also, if there's anybody in the chat particularly that's good at editing and wants to be a video editor, then you feel free to hit me up on Discord. See, gamer reactions, you... Are you a video editor? I just figured out how to make mods. On here. Here, Nate, type something real quick. I'll make Grim mod. There's Nate. And Hashi, where are you? God, I don't think I have plans to give you mod. So let's see. So yeah, if anyone like gamer reactions, you're already gonna be if you are good enough, and if I think that your videos like editing skills are like on par with something that I'm able to create, then I'll like hire you to be my video editor. But you gotta like hit me up on Discord and tell me what you've done and show me. Yo, what's up, Gurren Lagann guy? Now, there's definitely stronger beings than Cass, but he is definitely. But there's he's definitely really powerful. Not one of the strongest, but he's pretty high up there. Yeah, and if anyone knows any good editors that are willing to like be a video editor for me, like send me some shit they've done. One sec, I'm typing something in my Discord. Alright. Let's see. Is Thor physically stronger than Goku? Which Goku and which Thor? But honestly, it doesn't matter because I don't read anything Marvel related, so. Would you rather live in DC or Marvel? I don't know. I mean, both would suck to live in. Is BoomTube an amp? Yes. Yes, very blatantly an amp. Because it's literally like, if I were to explain a BoomTube to you, if you were, say Jared, if you were to go through a boom tube into the God Sphere, you would be just as tall as characters, like, around the size of Darkseid, right? It's literally adjusting your size to wherever you happen to go. And they literally explain it as if, like, Superman explained it that if he were to return back to the universe in the current state that he was in after he traveled through a boom tube, then everything would look like a grain of sand in comparison. Like, smaller than a grain of sand. Everything would look like a speck. And then Orion literally said, it's because you went through a boob tube and it literally made you this size. Otherwise, anything that would come through, anything that just travels here, would not be as big or able to comprehend the size of everything. So you're literally traveling to an outerversal realm, so. Hulk vs. Doomsday? Parrot literally made a video on that. It's like all, like, different versions of the Hulk and different versions of Doomsday. What's a boom tube? It's literally the shit that Darkseid uses to travel to Apocalypse, like, from Apocalypse to Earth. Yo, what's up, Tob? Have I read Berserk? No. I've been told to read Berserk, but I just haven't. There's a lot of shit that I have to read. I currently have to read My Hero right now for a future video. Oh, here's the thing as well. That I guess I should announce. I don't think I'm going to be making a, an animation for it, because honestly it's going to take way too long. But, let's see. When is your next video dropping? When I can get around to it. I was just talking about how, let's see, what's his name? Fucking, of course, Big Chungus is the guy that asked. Again, I'm still currently working on scripts, but the problem is that, especially when it comes to the tiering system script for the lower shit, it's really hard to talk about those certain tiers. And I was literally, like, before I made the stream, I was just talking about how difficult it is to talk about certain stuff because it's really technical. And I don't want to just be boring. Is Superman really that strong? In comparison to who? Where does Superman scan at the chat? Like, again, which Superman? I just talk about base Superman? Because he is really strong, especially when he's not holding back. And he has, like, a fuck ton of abilities. Off the top of your head, what is the biggest L in Naruto? Ooh. What is the biggest L in Naruto? That might actually be the part of the topic of my first Naruto video. Now that I think about it. Goku, oh my god, I think God's just trolling at this point. The story of Superman is a ridiculous amp, but it's not something that he has access to or can, like, use in, like, a versus battle per se. Like, it literally comes into play when he is not even realizing he's using it. So in a typical versus battle, it wouldn't be applicable. Am I watching the Olympics? Hell yeah, I'm watching the Olympics. One of my buddies... I don't want to, like... I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna say that one of my buddies is currently an Olympian right now. That, like, used to live with me and shit. And I used to train with him. Okay, 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna end the stream. What sport? Swimming. I've been swimming for practically my entire life. I will say that I have I revealed what I looked like on Twitter. Let's see. What should I... So if you want to get a glimpse of what I look like, just go to Twitter. Do I have a six-pack? Kind of. Actually, that shit's in my Discord as well, so if you want to get a glimpse of what I look like, then either check my Discord or check my Twitter. And I wish I was friends with Michael Phelps. Dio versus Obito? Obito would blitz the hell out of Dio. I'm trying to think, what's a good milestone that I should reveal what I look like to YouTube? I hear oh no, Giorno 5D, no! No! $10K? Yeah, that sounds like a good, reasonable number. $10K and I'll face reveal on YouTube. $2.66 subscribers. You guys are probably just talking about the sub count that I have already. Let me check real quick. No, that's what it's going to be. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Make a stream with a webcam? Maybe at 10K I will. That's a maybe. And he'll do the floss on stream with a webcam? Oh boy. Nate, don't give them ideas. Gur is only bullet speed at town level. Deal is FTL, so is Obito, but on a much higher degree. He would blitz he would blitz Dio and then suck him into the Kamui dimension, or just kill him. He probably just put him in a Tsukiyomi and he fucking dies. Well, he just gets mind hacks, yeah. Can pure speed beat precog? If you're faster than the other person, yeah. Like, that was, like, again, that was, like, demonstrably shown against, like a good example of this. I talked about this in my different types of speed video, where literally Sasuke, who has the Sharingan, is able to predict the moves, is able to, like, know a few steps ahead what Lee was going to do, right, with the Sharingan. And Lee even points that out. It's like, yeah, you're able to see a little bit into the future and see what I'm going to do and predict my movements. But the problem is, I'm way too fast for you and you're way too slow. So no matter how... So even if you can see what's going to happen, or if you can see what's coming, your body is way too slow to act upon it. Can Dio over heaven out hacks you, huh? Probably. Top 10 worst Naruto jutsus? I don't know. Omnipresence? I literally talked about that in my speed tearing video. Near the end. So if you want to hear me talk about omnipresence, just go to that video. You should do a workout reveal. I recently just changed up what I do for my workouts, so... And I don't really plan a lot when it comes to workouts. I just specifically target certain things on certain days. Like right now, I'm moving over to the push, like push, pull, then legs. Be consistent, and I'll make a TikTok reposting your videos, and you'll be at 10K. Trust. That's man, That's if I want to grow my shit faster. But I just don't want to have to deal with TikTok. God. Scale the Bible? No way. I'm not touching religious shit at all on this channel. You'll never find me scaling anything related to religion. Unless it's like in like the Greeks or something. Like the Greek gods or the Roman pantheon or something. Also, I've been doing pretty well on YouTube, despite despite the fact that I haven't been uploading that much. And I feel like once I upload my next videos, I'm really gonna start start going up higher. If I want to really speed up the shit, then I might go to TikTok. But honestly, again, going to TikTok would mean that I'm kind of desperate for views, and I just don't want to come off as desperate. And again, I just don't want to deal with people on TikTok, because those guys are regressive as shit, and they're very new to power scaling, most of them. Naruto is fodder compared to Bleach? No. No. Definitely not. Yeah, what? And then someone's like, what's your opinion on Naruto scaling versus Bleach? I think especially in terms of, like, once you get to Boruto, that's when it really heavily favors Naruto in that regard. Like, if you were just to include, like, if you were to exclude Boruto, then it's much more different. But I think the speed scaling is a lot more favorable towards Naruto, and there's a lot more hacks that Naruto characters have access to in comparison. Unless you're talking about fully fledged, like full-on Quincy Eisen, which has like a fuck ton of hacks. And has access to every single Quincy ability ever. That's kind of where, like, Yuha, like, stops, because he's not super fast. People tell me Bleach is universal, but I also hear it's kind of, it's very contentious. Like, it's not concrete. Okay. Can you make a video explaining Outerversal? I will be, because I'm making the tiering system video soon. I'm still working on the script. Okay. I'll be courteous and say that I'm going to answer 5 more questions. Might go on a little tangent before I head out, but Naruto is not stuck at moon level. You're stuck at fucking TikTok. You're either like TikTok level if you still think that Naruto is moon level, or you're just years and years behind the meta. Naruto is definitely not moon level. That's definitely not the cap. No way. You're living in the past if you still think that Naruto is moon level. What's higher than like outer versal? High outer. Got a dude that's saying Haguro almost slaps Zeno. Depends on how you argue Hagoromo. Zeno's probably faster. Okay. Since no more always asking more questions again, I'm gonna update everybody on what's happening with my channel. So, in case you are just listening in or you didn't hear me talk about earlier shit, but so here's the thing. So I'm currently still working on the tiering system video script and the dimensional tiering video script. And those are going to be my next upcoming videos. Okay? I'm still working on those. Once I finish the script for those, I'm immediately going to start trying to do the video editing and try to get it out as soon as possible. But the other thing is, but those scripts are really difficult, and that's why it's been taking me so long. But also, well, not just that, it's also taken me so long to make those scripts, but I've also, not until this week, actually last week, I think, is when I was not, really heavily deep into, some real life shit, and now I have a lot more free time. So, I know it's gonna give me, I know TikTok might get me views, but, honestly, I do just fine on YouTube, and I don't want to have to deal with TikTok. But regardless, back on topic. But I have a couple other videos that I am planning to do afterwards. The Pikachu vs. Godzilla one is definitely one I've, again, most of that shit is the research is done, still waiting on the animation. I got some other videos in the works as well. Let's see. Should I might as well. Okay. Here, I'm going to ask everybody a question. Because these are two videos that, one, I've kind of mentioned on Twitter. And one I've talked about with only some buddies on Discord. So, I could either tell you what the Naruto what if is going to be about, or what the next versus, or what anime versus battles I'm going to be talking about. So, type 1 if you want to know what the Naruto what if is, or you could type in 2 for the anime versus battle. Just to make it easier. Alright, I'm seeing a lot more 2s here. Which is not surprising. One sec. I guess I might as well just pull up the... I guess, yeah. Might as well. I'll go to the guy who... Let's see. Am I still seeing 2s? Oh, I'm seeing... Oh, well, some people are spamming 1s. I'm probably going to do 2s, because I saw more 2s from more people. I'm going to show you all the... the trademark one, just so nobody steals it. But, I will... Because I paid somebody to draw this. They posted it on their main, but they trademarked it, so... But the thing is, since I paid for it, I have the untrademarked one, but I'm not going to show you the untrademarked one until the video's done. So I'm just going to show you the trademarked one, okay? Here we go. Alright. Y'all ready? There's your versus battle right there. I will... I just love how people in the chat are just like, 1 is above 2, 2 claps, 2 has more feats. So if you can't tell by the thumbnail, it's Chainsaw Man versus Deku. That's what the versus battle is going to be. Yeah, this thumbnail looks sick, by the way. If you couldn't, if anyone... And he did a phenomenal job with this. I will link the original tweet in... Yeah, I might as well do it. I'll link it here, so you can see the original artist and go support him. Okay. That's the original tweet. And I'm about to link it in my... There we go. So, for those who missed the stream, it's in the description. Alrighty. So, get hyped for this fight. Again, a lot of research is going to be put into this. I just finished Chainsaw Man, and I'm currently reading My Hero. Is he strong? I definitely think he's definitely strong. But I can't... I'll just say, wait till the video comes out and you'll definitely see how he compares to Deku. Alrighty. So, I think that will be the end of the stream, guys. I'd like to thank you all for coming. And hopefully, I'm getting you hyped again for future content. again, expect the tiering system to come out, like the tiering system video to come out, and then the dimensional tiering video as well. So, and I hope this also gets you hyped for future content that I plan on uploading. I got a lot of big plans for this channel. I'm definitely not dead. I'm still making shit, and expect a lot. But until then, thank you all for watching, and class is dismissed.